You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to bring the regular meeting of the Board of Police Commissioners to order Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. It's 5:30 p.m. First order of business, or second order of business, approval of minutes from the regular meeting of September 8th, 2025. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I also would like a motion to go into executive session to interview two candidates, one certified lateral and one candidate for position of police officer, or both police officers. May I have a motion
Make a
to
motion.
go into executive session? Patty, second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're out of executive session at 6:04 p.m. No votes were taken. I would like to get a motion to hire Matthew Keough, Keough,
K-E.
oh, Keough, on October 27th, pending medical and psych results.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I also need a motion to hire Christopher Morris, Morris, for date of hire October 28th. May I have a motion for that, please?
Starting the academy.
Starting the academy November
Seventh.
7th.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Report of the chief.
All right, good evening. Thank you for that interview process. It was a good, in-depth interview. And congratulations to both Matthew and Christopher. We wish them well. As far as the monthly report, nothing significant that really jumps out. The only thing that we are seeing, and we continue to see, is we're seeing some fraud cases via online, fraudulent links on websites, as well as some of the workman's compensation. If you recall, we saw this before we moved out of the building, that some database must have got hacked, and so we're seeing an increase in those. We will document that for the victims, and we've seen a big uptick in that again. I don't know why, but it ebbed and flowed. Now it's back. If you see, we've had a bunch this month, 44 this year to date, as opposed to 5 before. But again, some of the coding, wire fraud, identity theft, you'll see that. The other thing that I know we don't get a tremendous online audience with these meetings, but I cannot tell the public enough and spread the word enough that online scams, whether it's your cell phone, whether it's an email, whether it's someone's locked up in jail, it's your grandson or nephew, these are scams. Just today, I read a report, someone was out $10,000 from an app, an online dating app, and you have to be very cognizant. If someone's going to give you a check for $10,000 and they want you to cash it, and you're going to give them back, no. So we're seeing those continue, and it's all different segments of the population. We always worry about our elderly community, the vulnerability there, but we're seeing it at all levels. So please don't take things for granted. Dig deeper. Check the emails. Look at the link, look at where the email's coming from, take your time, look for misspellings, credit card numbers, things like that, social security numbers. The New Haven County Sheriff's Office doesn't exist. Your nephew, if they're locked up, the bond, you won't be getting those phone calls. So that's a big scam that's out there. So just a public service announcement that please be skeptical. In the social services end of the calls, I don't know how it fell, but August and September, we were dead on the same numbers for family disputes and family violence numbers. 24 and 24, 8 and 8. Again, the overdoses are trending down this year. Unfortunately, sad to report that September was not a good month for us with mental health calls. We did have 2 suicides. And our mental health calls are pretty much on track as they are. Cases of significance, there was a burglary at a public storage facility. Our DUIs, 2. He shows 2 in the chart, but I believe there was 3. And then we had our, handful of larcenies again at our stores, Walmart, and our shopping centers there. Motor vehicle thefts, we saw a spike. We had 5, and all 5 had the keys in the vehicle. Please, I'm happy to say that our stats look good. We would love no crime. We would love no violent crime. Overall, we're trending well and things look good, but there is an onus of a routine. Getting a routine of locking your car every night when you go to bed. Again, I'll say it again. A lot of the cars have the garage door opener in them. A lot of people don't lock that inner door that's in your garage that leads to more than likely your kitchen or your hallway or your foyer. Please lock the cars. Out of the 5 that are stolen, 2 have been recovered, 3 have not been recovered. And the other part is on the insurance side and what these people have to go through. That is not a very pleasurable experience. There's costs associated with the value of the vehicle, your insurance, you have to be without the vehicle, we find it, and a lot of times when we get these vehicles back, they are not in good shape.
Ask a question about that. If they are stolen with the keys in it, what's the culpability for the owner in terms of insurance?
I think that would be more for their policy declaration of what's in there, but I don't think that there's any.
I don't think
Right.
any insurance
Yeah.
company's happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I didn't know if perhaps they got penalized for that.
they could, but that would be in the declaration of their actual individual policy. But again, just kind of a heads up. Accidents went down, pretty good jump, decrease. And to the personnel overview, as of tonight, with your appointments of Matthew Kehoe and Christopher Morris, we are on paper at full staff. Now, let's not hold our breaths because we've been in this cycle for a very long time, but on budget, we are at full staff. We have 2 officers that are just on field training. We have 2 that are up in the academy. We have Mr. Morris will be going to the Milford Academy. So we have a lot in the pipeline to get through the academy in the very long field training process. So that is some good news. Again, Matthew Kehoe is a certified officer. That's great news for us. We can plug him in and get him out on the street very quickly. So things are looking up on the personnel side. We do have 1 dispatcher on a modified duty who will more than likely be retiring soon. I'll have more with that for the next month's meeting. And we do have 1 detective who's out on light duty right now. So we're looking good. One of the things that we've been working on is not only are we going to have a transition with the first selectman to get that person up to speed as kind of a transition report, but also internally we're looking at, as you know, we've upped the staffing in the collective bargaining agreement for our minimum manning. So we're going to trend that from when we started that until now, what it's going to look like when we do get the bodies. We do get the 2 at the academy, the 2 others off of field training, the certified. again, we would like to look back at maybe some type of traffic assignment. We would like to look at rotating in the detective bureau for our line officers. So we'll have more to come with that, looking forward in the next year or so. Yeah.
Do we have any known retirements coming up?
We do, thanks to the drop program, we do know we have some coming up in year 2 and 3. So we do, we have some detectives, we have some command staff, so we'll keep our eyes on that. So we're in pretty good shape, hopefully. But again, things can happen. I did mention Justin Kenny and Garrett Barnes are on field training. They're doing well. All reports so far is they're doing well. Just kind of want to throw a shout out to Lieutenant Rashad Rhodes and Officer Amanda Palmalis. They've changed up our program a little bit, our field training program. We looked at some of the weaknesses and some previous candidates that have come through, and we've made some changes, and they've put a lot of time and effort. And also to all the field training officers. It's a lot to come in every day and have that rider and that responsibility, so we commend them for doing that. Kind of some of the run-of-your-mill training in here, the usual, but Officer Caroline Massey and Officer Rocco Morgan, again, this is another offshoot of benefits of the regional SWAT team and these highly trained officers bringing back their skill set and running our active shooter course. And then big thanks to our fire department and some of their staff that worked with us every day on this training and reviewing the stop to bleed protocols. That's your gunshot wounds, tourniquets, quick clot, trauma casualty care, invaluable. I was able to go by and partake in some of the training. It was fantastic. The level of knowledge of some of these paramedics and their experiences and sharing it with our staff. It's great to see everyone working together, but Officer Massey and Morgan put a lot of effort in, and there was many others that were role players. So, hats off to them. Very well done. Other than that, we had some policy reviews in line with our post-accreditation. And correspondence, I only have 2 this month, and one is from Chief James Lovelace of the North Branford Police Department. If you recall, we had a van that was used previously by the SWAT officers. A lot of the towns we bought East Havens bought another one, so we shared, and we donated ours van to North Branford with the blessing of the Board of Selectmen. And he's just thanking us for that, and it has already been put to good use. And the last one is from the Superintendent of Schools, Christopher Tranberg. He's writing to extend his congratulations to me for the recent Distinguished Chiefs Award that I received from the Police Commission and Association of Connecticut. And he just goes in there to, talk about a little bit about our relationship, and I want to thank him for that. Chris has been a great partner here in town, and we have great communication. So it's always a pleasure of working with him in the school system. So thank Chris for sending this out. On the building project, the deputy couldn't be with us tonight. He's at a public building committee meeting as we speak, but he did want to give an update. And that update basically consists of that the carport in the back, if you go down Harrison, you'll look the big steel structure that's going up. They got the frame up. They'll be getting the roof on soon. And that will be color matched, painted to kind of match the building a little bit. So it won't stay that steel
Metal,
color. Just for the public, what that carport is it's gets our vehicles out of the weather, the sun, the snow. We have tens of thousands of dollars of equipment in those cars, and the sun's not good to them. So it really helps out the officer. So that's a great addition to the building project. Also in the back, you'll notice that the binder coat, which is the first coat of pavement, is down. So there's no more mud in the back, and it's starting to shape up, see it take shape as far as the parking lot. The front of the building is in process, and they do have some concrete down in the front. The deputy's been working very closely with Downs Construction because the public knows to go to Laurel Street. Public can still go there. And the next couple of weeks will be a little tough with the site work, but we have a trailer out in front with proper signage. And when things get even tougher on the site, we have a police car there with an officer staffing it full-time. So the public is still welcome to come to file reports and get assistance. But at certain transition periods with the pavement and the concrete, obviously you can't walk on the concrete. So we have alternate arrangements set up, and that's monitored by the deputy on a daily basis, and our staff's aware of it. So we appreciate the public's understanding and patience. That everyone's been great. There's been days where there's construction and the signs and they're walking through. It is all gated or fenced in to get them in and out of the building. But we do appreciate their understanding as we're getting close to the finish line. So let's just grin and bear it. Nicely on the lower floor, a lot of the interior work is being done. Ceiling tiles are in, some walls are painted, starting to take shape. The cell blocks are looking up. All the specialty equipment in those are installed. So if you were in the bottom of the building right now, you would think, absent the lockers that aren't in, you think we're close, but there's still a lot of mill work. And this is where it kind of gets exciting, like, okay, we're almost there, but we're not. We still have a lot of work to be done. But all indication is we're still on track for, a late January, somewhere in there. But again, that's subject to changes. And with that, I also want to thank Rashad Roach, Lieutenant Carangelo, and especially the deputy. This is a big project. There's other players, the PVC, the first selectman, John Hofferley, the town engineer. A lot of people involved with this, a lot of work. But the deputy's been, he was just at a site visit, doing some research today. So I want to thank him for all his hard work, doing a tremendous job. Definitely not easy. So with that, that's all I have.
All right, report of the chair. I just, on behalf of all of us on the Board of Police Commissioners, I also would like to again congratulate you for the well-deserved recognition from the PCAC. It was a really nice and well-attended event that we all shared. And I would also like to thank Amy Robinson for putting together so many of us to be there, between officers, families, town officials, dignitaries. And as you all know very well, Branford had 5 tables there, close to 50 of us attended, and it was truly very special. Just goes to show how well respected and valued that you are in this town. So again, congratulations.
No, thank you. It was a great night, and it was a surprise. I did not.
Well, Amy
She
did a
kept it
pretty
to
good
me. I don't know
job.
how. We're in close quarters over in the cubicles, so they pulled it off. But no, it was wonderful, and thank all of you for being there, and
Our pleasure.
thank the first selectman. He was fantastic.
Yes.
It was great.
Yes, it was. Okay, I would like to have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.